everyone. Welcome to our focus on education. My name is Emily. I'm from Cambridge in the UK.
And my name is Gabriel. I'm from Birmingham, which is also in the UK. And we're both teachers at the Ponte Lungo School in Rome. Very much enjoying the quarantine here now, obviously. But please, if there's anyone there, tell us your name, where you're from. We'd like to hear.
Yeah. We want to know who's watching, if anybody is watching.
If there's anyone watching at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't seem to be for the moment, but we're not sure because of the delay of things. This is more for the video than anything else, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll read through what we've got here. So in this focus activity, simple past, which maybe is some new grammar for a lot of people, past school experiences, there was and there were. Then we have some questions to start. Did you like going to school when you were a child, Gabe?
I really did. I think I really enjoyed the schooling experience. There were certain years, certain ages, I think, which were less enjoyable. I think when you start in the UK secondary school, it can be quite competitive, and that can lead to some social problems as a child. But overall, I really enjoyed school, I think. What about you, Emily?
Yeah, I think I agree. I enjoyed primary school, and I enjoyed school when I was 16, 17, 18 a lot. And then the stuff between that was not so much fun.
Yeah, I think when you're between the ages of about 12 and 15, potentially when you're going through the most physical and also going with alongside that mental changes, it creates a lot of rivalry, competitiveness, and kind of new sensations that you're not really used to. I don't know.
The worst years were definitely, it was year 8 and year 9. So when I was 13, 12, 13, 14. Hi, Giovanna.
Hi, Giovanna. Where are you from, Giovanna? My name is Gabriel. I'm from Birmingham, just to reintroduce.
Yeah. And I'm Emily from Cambridge in the UK.
Both in the UK, yeah.
And we're both in Rome at the moment.
For the moment, it's just 2 teachers, 1 pupil, I think.
Yeah,
doubly. Double the fun.
Yeah. Where was your school? Oh, that's a nice question from Giovanna.
I'm very well, thank you, Giovanna.
I'm well, too.
Yeah.
How are you?
Ercolano. Is that a quarter of Naples, or is that near Naples?
Is that not the Italian name for Herculaneum?
Yeah, that sounds, yeah. Yes, it must be.
Amazing to be living around.
Cool, yeah.
Around the ancient city.
Ercolano.
We've got Antonio too. Good.
Near Naples. Near Naples, are you responding to my question about Ercolano, or are you from near Naples as well, Antonio?
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah. Excellent. So for those of you who've joined us, did you like going to school when you were a child? Tell us about your experiences at school. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Where Ercolano is 10 kilometers here and 30 kilometers from Salerno. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Antonio, where are you from?
Giovanna loved elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah.
What about middle school and high school? I suppose there's children. There's very young children in this photo here, so that may have. Antonio's from Salerno. Okay.
Cool. Careful, you need your verb, Antonio. So I am from Salerno. And Giovanna, it's no problem to say elementary school. We say primary school because we're British, but in the US, they say elementary school. Both are correct. So it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe, what didn't you like about school?
Again, if I had to accurately point at the years which I didn't like so much, it's probably the age of 14, because that's where I think a lot of school and a lot of classes are about power, not so much about learning or the learning environment. I felt a lot of that age, particularly, I don't know how you would say it is among girls. I don't know if it varies, but certainly in among boys, I think the age of 14 is a particularly nasty power kind of.
No, it's the same with girls.
It's the same for that age as well. Yeah,
I think 14 is the peak of that kind of attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked also the ability, I suppose, at 15 and 16 to be able to choose your own subjects a little bit more, to be able to specialize a little bit.
Yeah.
To be able to kind of develop your own study program in a way.
Yeah.
What about you? Is there anything you disliked about school? That's an open question to students as well. Please tell us.
Yeah. I think everything I disliked was to do with the dynamics among the students. Yeah. That's what makes things difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. Shall we continue?
Yeah, let's move on.
So we have some vocabulary here. If we look at, we want the answer for picture A first, guys. So what is this? And then I'll read the list. So we have kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, high school, university. So this is the American system. We've got two British people teaching the American system.
Yeah. So you can see, yeah, as you said, Giovanna, elementary school is absolutely the right word to go for in the US. We don't, in the UK as well, we don't tend to have this idea so much of middle school. It tends to be called secondary school a little bit more, because we have primary school and then secondary school. So primary school, I think, is from the ages of about, what would you say, probably 4 to 11?
Yeah.
Secondary school, would be 11 to either 16 or 18. And then sometimes you have a college from the ages of 16 to 18.
Yeah.
But yeah, in place of middle school and high school, we would either have secondary school or secondary school and college. And then university above that is the same.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was your college the same as your secondary school, or did you change?
Mine was just a secondary school, yeah, from 11 to 18. And you?
My school finished at 16, my secondary school. So everyone went to and I went to a college which was only a sixth form college. It was very big. It was 2,000 people only in those 2 years.
Oh, right. Okay.
2,000 students. Yeah.
Interesting.
So guys, for picture A, what's this? What type of school is it? We want an answer from the students.
I'm trying to decide myself as well between A and C. The screen is quite small for me, so. Okay. Yeah.
I find B and D more
B
confusing.
and D. I think D has the sense that there's more of a structured program about it.
Yeah. Antonio's got it. Perfect.
Antonio, yeah, middle school.
A is middle school. Good. B?
Are you expanding the screen?
Am I? What?
I don't know, the screen expanded slightly then.
Oh, that wasn't. That wasn't me. That was out of my control. Okay, Antonio, great.
Yeah, well done, Antonio. Kindergarten, which is German.
Yeah.
And I wonder why we use the German for that.
Yeah. Well, the Americans, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because I would say a nursery before
Yes.
school. I
think I would more readily say kindergarten. I think. I wonder if it's. Yeah, Giovanna, yeah.
Great.
Kindergarten, perfect.
Yeah. And C, guys? Okay, good, Giovanna. Yeah, that's true. What's C? Before we get to D, we need to know what C is. Okay, good. Thanks, Antonio. We've got high school, and then Giovanna's put for D, elementary school.
Elementary school, good. And
Okay.
E, university. Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, good, Giovanna, thanks. Okay.
D, university.
So we've talked about this question here, Gabe. Which school was your favorite? That the students maybe can answer. So Giovanna and Antonio, and any other students that are watching, which school was your favorite and why? Which school was your favorite and why? Maybe I'll write that.
And I know in that there may be some differences between how you studied in Italy as opposed to maybe this school system, but I don't know, maybe they are translatable in some way, or you can tell us the ages at least, perhaps.
I think the Italian system is more similar to the American than to the British.
Yes. No, I've heard that as well.
Because they have a middle school.
Yeah. Also, they have that the 3-year then 2-year thing at university a little bit. Also, I've heard 3-year university because I didn't go.
That's good, Antonio. So maybe school wasn't his favorite thing.
No. What about you, Giovanna, or anybody else watching? Middle school was my favorite because my friends.
Okay. Well, that's a good. You've got the right idea, Giovanna. So you've used this adjective funny, because funny is an adjective and it's not a noun. We have to say very, very funny, because many is with nouns and very is with adjectives.
Yeah, so you could say very funny, or I don't know if you're going for a lot of fun also, which is also an acceptable way to phrase it. They have very different meanings in that sense. To say something is fun, to say somebody is fun, is not about humor, is more about an entertaining person to be with. So you could say, are you typing that in, Emma?
I'm just putting many with nouns and then very with adjectives.
Okay, yeah. So you could say,
and for Antonio's high school, ragioneria in English is accounting. So that. Antonio went to an accounting high school.
Oh, okay.
And Raisa, accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah. And Raisa, university, because it was very interesting. Good. What was your subject at university, Raisa? It's interesting that they have so much diversity in the types of high school in Italy as well, because you can't go to an accounting school in the UK. Possibly at 16 you could find an apprenticeship or an internship, or a more specialized thing. Hi, Michele.
Hi, Michele. Which school was your favorite, Michele? Yeah, you can add. We'll go on to the next slide, but Michele, which type of school was your favorite?
Good to see you too, Michele. So the adjective in English is glad. Glad to see you.
Your favorite school was kindergarten.
Kindergarten was pretty fun. All right, I'll go forward, but students can still answer and we'll respond. More vocab.
So match up to the letters on the right. Yeah, I'll go through the list and the pronunciation of the subjects. So we've got math, which tends to be how the Americans say it. We call it maths with an S in the UK. Yeah, and that tends to be a bit of a source of dispute between us. And then we have science. Be careful with this SCI sound here. This is science, not science or science. We have science. Then we've got history, geography, art, and music. Music.
Yeah.
Good, and we've already got. Oh, okay. A.
It says kindergarten because he didn't understand
anything. Yeah. And we didn't have to understand anything in kindergarten.
Yeah. Right, so Giovanna's on a roll. Be careful with A though, Giovanna. Okay, Reiser's got it.
Right, Reiser's put art. Yes, I think that that is art.
B. Good, guys. Yeah, Giovanna, Reiser, and I think Antonio. Nice.
I think again that idea that art in English as well can be synonymous with painting as well. It can mean the same thing. Math. C, history, Raisa and Giovanna. Yep, good. D, science.
Science, great. E, yeah, Giovanna, that's better.
Music.
E is music.
And F, Raisa, yeah, geography and Giovanna. Yep. Great. Well done.
So I just want to look at Michele's subject, sentence, sorry. This is a really nice sentence, Michele, but because you've put science and history, so we have two subjects, which means we should have the plural. So my favorite subjects, S, were science and history, because you've given us two. So was is singular, were is plural. But good stuff. Okay. Perfect, yeah. Are you doing the other version of that sentence too, Gabe?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, yeah. He's writing quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite subject? What was your least favorite subject?
Bryce's favorite subject was geography.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah. We had and Michele's favorite subjects were science and history. Yeah, good. So your favorite subject is the best one at the top, and your least favorite subject is the opposite. Your least favorite is the worst subject. What was your least favorite subject, Gabe?
In that list, probably maths, I would say. Primarily because I don't think I was very good at it, and it was all very, I think, dry in subject matter for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think my least favorite from this list that we've got was music. I love music personally, but I didn't like studying music. And I remember we had a terrible music teacher, and the lessons just weren't productive.
Yeah, that is it. I think that's probably an important distinction to make between what your least favorite subject was in school as opposed to perhaps how it was taught as opposed to whether you enjoyed it or not, because I think how it's taught in school can affect massively your perception overall, can't it, too?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a good teacher makes a big difference. We've got some. So Riza's favorite was geography, and Riza. Okay, so if we just look at this sentence, we're talking in the past. We're talking in the past tense here. So, Riza, do you know the past negative of? So I don't have is the present tense negative. How do we make the past tense negative? To any student. Don't worry, don't need to apologize. What's the past of don't is the present, and in the past tense we would say
I agree, Michele. We're coming down to yours later on, but I agree. Music definitely unites people.
Yeah.
Transcends language.
Well, we can give people a minute to think of the past negative. But we could look. Hi, Denise.
My least favorite subject was math.
Michele, that's a really nice sentence. Again, be careful with your past tenses, guys. So my favorite teacher was music because he's means he is. But we're still talking in the past, so not he is very helpful, but he was very helpful and inspiring. But those are good good adjectives, helpful and inspiring.
Giovanna, my favorite subject was math, while my least favorite subject was geography. Fantastic. Good sentence.
Yeah.
And a nice little kind of relational comparative while in there. Really nice.
Yeah.
Mr. Calabrese. my Italian teacher, I would say, was my favorite teacher.
Yeah.
Good.
So I think Reza has put wasn't because I was asking about the past tense. So wasn't is the past tense of the verb to be. Today I am not in France. Yesterday I wasn't in France. But where was that sentence I was looking at before? Well, we can use this one. If we want the verb to have, not I don't have, but I didn't have a least favorite subject. So let me write this. I can't type. Least favorite.
I wasn't. You weren't. My favorite teacher was the economy teacher.
Economics, yeah.
The economics teacher, yeah. For the subject, Antonio, we'd probably say economics teacher. Economics is the subject, so teacher.
Yeah, Michaela's got that right for the past, for the verb to be. I wasn't, you weren't, he, she, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Denise, you're at the Ponte Lungo school. I think we've met. I think I seem to remember teaching. Denise, we have met, haven't we? I think I called you Denisa. I think that's why I remember. I didn't like math. Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Should we go forward?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
Steve.
Steve at the English school in Barry.
Michaela. What was your favorite teacher like? Okay, so this is always complicated when we have like in this sense. So numbers 1 and 2. Yeah, we are Denise's.
Yes, Denise. Yes, so like in this sense, we're not using the sense of to enjoy or to take pleasure from something. It's not something that pleases you. When we say, what was your favorite teacher like, we're asking for a description, effectively. We're asking for adjectives to describe how your favorite teacher was, not whether you liked them or not. The description.
Yeah. Usually personality,
clear.
The character. So
yes.
This number 1 and number 2, these are questions about the personality of your favorite teacher or the personality of your friends. Yeah. Because
for instance,
is not
earlier on, we had a good example from Antonio, I think it was, who described his favorite teacher as very strict. That would be a good answer for what was your favorite teacher like. She was very strict.
Yeah, and then Michaela, yeah, absolutely. And Michaela said that his math teacher was helpful and inspiring. Which is great.
Yes, that's back in the feed. Yes, I've just spotted that. Very helpful and inspiring.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite teacher like, guys?
Yeah. So Miguel says, my least favorite subject was math, while my favorite teacher. Oh yes, okay, he's copied it from before.
Oh right, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Okay, Gabe, what were you like? If we look at number 4, what were you like as a student?
In primary school, in elementary school, I was quite loud. I would be, yes, quite loud, chatty, sociable, and probably a little uncontrollable. In high school, I was far more studious and yes, far more studious, I think, and probably musical too.
Ah, right.
What
Yeah.
were you like as a student, Emily?
I was always studious. I was a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good student.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was also quite shy. Maybe when I was 16, 17, I became more confident, more outgoing. But when I was when I was a child and when I was an adolescent, I was very shy,
Mm-hmm.
or very, very awkward.
Mm.
Nika.
Oh,
So
that's
Joanna
right.
says, we've got lots of good stuff.
Mr. Calabrese was my favourite teacher because he was very intelligent and clever. Excellent.
Great.
Super sentence. My favourite teacher was very patient and honest. Good, Riser.
Yeah, Giovanna, my friend, were very funny and extra.
Watch out, you need the plural on friend, Giovanna. If you're going to say were, you would say my friends were very funny and extroverted. I don't know if that was a typo or not, though.
Yeah, my friends were. Yeah, great.
My friends. I was very shy.
You go.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I was a very shy but clever student, but over time I became outgoing and hardworking. Really nice, Michaela. And we've got the verb become. We've got an irregular past tense verb there. That's a very good sentence. The only little mistake in Michaela's sentence is that we have this noun student. So we must have I was a very shy but clever student. We need the article. I was a very shy but clever student. Very nice there. Giovanna says there were 20 students in my class. There were 32. Antonio was very funny, which I believe. Okay, good stuff. Should we look at question 5? That always is a slightly confusing.
Denise says my favorite. Yeah, sorry. My favorite was philosophy and German. The type of teaching.
I'm not sure what you mean by environment here, Denise.
Yes, the type of teaching. The type of teaching environment you liked.
I wonder if it's an adjective in Italian, which she's translating. Well, I'm sure she'll make it.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. What do you mean by environment there, Denise?
I was a hardworking student because I liked studying. We've got really good past tenses coming out here. And Antonio was also very studious. Great. Oh, inspired.
Teaching was inspired. Yeah. Okay. Right, I was talkative and funny.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to talk about this question here. So number 5, what were you good at? So this is an important expression in English, good at. And this means you're not your favorite subject, not the subjects that you like, but your strongest subject. So the subject that you do very well. I'm not sure if that's a clear explanation.
Yes, I think so. It means you're skilled at. It means you have skill in that subject, and you're talented in that subject. I think.
Yeah.
As Giovanna says here, I was good at math. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Giovanna had skills, was skilled in her maths.
Yeah, that's good.
Was talented in maths. Yeah, excellent.
What did Giovanna say were her favourite subjects? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So Denise, I think, is explaining peaceful context. Okay, that makes sense then, yeah.
It was you liked, so Denise, you're saying you kind of liked the teaching environment in that it was inspired and peaceful.
Yeah.
In the sense of less regimented or less strict in some way, do you mean?
Or maybe just
more relaxed,
a calm class of students.
A calm. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
I was good at history. Yeah, great, Isa.
Yeah, good.
When I was a child, I was very talented at history, music, and geography. Yeah, fantastic. Talented at is a great way of phrasing this too. Good at, talented at, skilled at. Yeah, talented at is brilliant.
Yeah, so I could say I was, trying to think of an example of something that I was good at, but that I didn't necessarily love. I was good at,
I was good at running as a child, but hated it in many ways. I was good in math.
Antonio, good at maths and history. I think he's translating from bravo in, which is the translation in Italian. But in English, we say good at. So the preposition is at. Because I had a great memory. Oh, yeah. Okay. Should I go forward? Oh,
yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so the past simple, guys. We're no longer, these verbs are not the verb to be. The verb to be is always irregular. It's always a little different. These are regular past tense verbs. So how do we put the infinitive into the past form? On the basketball team.
This may be something you've studied before, maybe not, in which case this could be a very useful exercise.
Yeah. Okay. There we
go.
Okay, yeah, that's great, Giovanna, yeah. So the regular past simple ending is ed, ed. Yeah, very nice, guys. Yeah. And Giovanna and Michele have remembered to adapt the verb study. So because study finishes with a Y, we need to change the ending slightly, exactly as these guys have all done. And I think, Antonio, that was just a typo because the S and the D are next to each other.
Yeah.
So
it's consonant Y form. Yeah. Also interesting an interesting point, if you're speaking and you're saying these forms of the simple past out loud, when we say this first example, we would say, I played on the basketball team. The E after play is silent. We get rid of the E in the ed regular ending. So it's I played, not I played. We would also have studied, failed, changed, passed. It's not played, failed, changed, passed. We tend to drop the E when we form this simple past ending. The only exception, the only exception to this would be the third example, where we would say attended, because this verb in the infinitive ends in a D, and you can't physically say two Ds without pronouncing the ED. So this would be attended. So played, studied, attended. But it's good if you are practicing these simple past forms to get used to practice saying them without this E ending, without pronouncing this E.
Yeah. So you guys can practice at home. Speak to your computer. I played. I studied. I never attended. Sometimes I like to point out the difference in syllables. So play, one syllable. Played, one syllable. But if we have the verb attend in the infinitive, to attend, when we put it in the past, it becomes attended. So we have this extra third syllable. Attend, attended. And then fail, one syllable. Failed, one syllable. Pass, one syllable. Or do it with study.
And
study,
changed.
2 syllables. Studied, 2 syllables.
Yeah, because you have that D again. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are 2, when we pronounce the id at the end of the word, this means that the infinitive finishes with o, t, or d. So, for example, wait, waited. I don't know if that's a clear, because we have wait finishes with t.
Yeah.
Or decide.
Yeah. So
Decided. Because decide has this, it finishes with the d sound.
whenever you have these T or D sounds. Yeah.
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 So we would say start, started. But for example, the verb happen in the past tense becomes happened. Happen, 2 syllables. Happened, 2 syllables. Or I think the K ones are often quite difficult. So work in the present, worked. So we have a very short sound, worked.
Yes,
or,
not worked or walked, worked and walked. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have to finish. But that was very good.
Thank you for joining us. I hope that was helpful. But it was nice to meet you all. Yeah, maybe see you again. Bye.
Oh, we've got a quick question. How can we remember the irregular verbs in the past tense? Michele, there is no logic. Unfortunately, you have to learn the list.
Memory. So,
You have to memorize. Bye, guys.
Bye all.